So no question is a foolish question. No question is a foolish question. You can ask your question. If I don't have an answer to your question, I will tell you. If the answer to your question is more than something I can give you here, because there are some questions that are um, very detailed. Like I can't give you the answers here. I will also tell you. So there's nothing like, oh, I don't know whether this my question is a stupid question. No. So there's no question that is stupid. Just go ahead and ask your question, and I will tell you if I cannot answer it. So we are going to start with Ojo Adeleke. You just have the opportunity to ask one question, just one question. So please go ahead with your question.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yeah, my question is as a phlegmatic in nature, how do I equip myself with a public speaking?
Okay, thank you for that question. Public speaking, just like I said, you can mute yourself back. Public speaking skill, just like I said, is for everybody, not for maybe just phlegmatic or just melancholy or just choleric and all that. Somebody just finished my advanced personality development class. If you are not speaking, please mute yourself. So someone just finished my advanced personality development class recently, and she asked the question that which personality is the best and which one is the worst. And I told her there's no personality that is the best and there's no personality that is the worst. The place where a phlegmatic will perform excellently well. Put a phlegmatic in a customer service related duty or a customer service related function. A phlegmatic will perform very well because customer service does not require any you convincing, marketing anything to anyone. It's just you attending to them, just giving them answers to their questions. Okay, so there are places that phlegmatic will work perfectly. Like a secretary, a phlegmatic will do a secretarial job for you perfectly. But a sanguine cannot be a secretary. It's not like a sanguine cannot be a secretary, but a sanguine is not best as a secretary. Because a sanguine is a playful someone, is a playful person. Or maybe let me say melancholy would have been the best for a secretary job. Because melancholy are detailed, I've not answered your question, I'm just giving you a background idea. A melancholy is a detailed person, organized person, coordinated person. That kind of person can do a secretarial job well. But if you put a sanguine to come and do secretary, everywhere we just scatter. A sanguine is a playful person. Instead of the sanguine to attend to visitors, you will just be playing, cracking jokes with them and leaving what he or she's supposed to do. So what I told her is that there is no perfect personality. Each of this personality type have their weakness and their strength. You understand? They have their weaknesses, they have their strength. For what you need to do as an individual is look at your own personality. That's why it is important for you to identify your personality. So once you be able to identify your personality, that okay, this is who I am. I am a sanguine and choleric. Then you can now say, okay, these are my weaknesses, these are my strengths. So you improve on your weaknesses and you recognize your strengths, or we say you leverage your strengths. So public speaking skill is a leveler for everybody. It doesn't have to do, it has nothing to do whether you're melancholy or you're phlegmatic. It has nothing to do with that. The only thing I can see there is that a phlegmatic person is a reserved person. Most of the time, they don't want to come to the public to speak. They are shy. They just want to be in their corner doing their thing. They don't want people to see them. They don't want people to know them. They don't want to be in the spotlight. So since you know that that is your weakness and you want to be a public speaker, and it's not possible for you to be a public speaker without facing crowd, without meeting people, without coming out to show your face, then you already know that that is your weakness. Then you need to start working on it. Probably you take some self-confidence courses, because self-confidence is a skill. It can be a talent, it can be a follow content, as it is, but you can also learn self-confidence. Self-confidence is a skill. So once you know that, you can go for some self-confidence training or read books on self-confidence, take courses on self-confidence. After that, then you too, you must be intentional about bringing yourself out, coming out of your shell bit by bit, bit by bit. Don't just sit there and say, everybody shall know that I'm phlegmatic. You will not achieve anything because there is no excuse. There is no excuse for ignorance, self, not to talk of something you know, and you're not pretending as if that thing is not existent. So bit by bit, start to bring yourself out bit by bit. You can start with live videos, doing live videos, you know, that is just 20 people watching you, 50 people watching you. From there, you start telling organizers of events that you would like to come to their program to speak. You know, just try and bring yourself. You are the one that can help yourself. That's the truth. Nobody can help you. Nobody can help you. You are the one that will help yourself to bring yourself out of the shell intentionally. And another thing that can help you is that always use every opportunity to speak. If you're in a meeting, in your place of work, or in your church, or in your community, anywhere you find yourself, always make sure you speak. Now, when I say make sure you speak, I'm not saying you should just stand up and just be spilling rubbish. No, I'm not saying you should be spilling jargon, so because Omar said I should be speaking anywhere I find myself. No, that's not it. Speaking means even as the meeting is going on, you're already thinking about what you want to talk about. So if they say, is there any question, you must be the first person to raise up your hand, because you want to leverage every opportunity to speak, so that that shyness will leave your face, so that that introverted nature will leave your eyes, so that by fire, by force, you will speak and people will hear you. So you're the one that will intentionally bring yourself out. So as the meeting is going on, you're already thinking in your mind, even if there is no question, you have to formulate one question and ask. Even the question that somebody has asked, you must stand up and speak, because that is how you can gradually bring yourself out of the shell. In your place of work, they say, is there anything? I said, no, nothing. And you're just sitting down there. In the church, they are doing youth meeting or good women meeting or faithful men meeting. You're just sitting down there. Anything, any contribution, any question, no question. You're just sitting down. You're not going to improve by that. So every opportunity you see to speak, make sure you stand up and speak. So that is going to help you a lot. Take some personal development courses, training on self-confidence, just like I tell you. Travel, attend events, meet people, network, you know. So all those things are what will help you to develop your public speaking skills as a phlegmatic. I hope I answered your question. So Afolashade, please go ahead with your question. You are only muted, so make sure you unmute yourself once you want to speak. And if you don't have any question, please just unmute yourself and tell us you don't have any question. Don't keep us waiting. If you don't have any question, just unmute yourself and say, I don't have any question. Thank you. And we'll move to the next person. So we are waiting for the next person to ask.
Good evening. Good evening, ma.
Good evening. You're welcome.
Yes, I missed the first Zoom meeting. I'm just joining this. So I don't know if I can get a record of the first meeting, ma.
Okay, I will send it to the group after this. I've said there is no replay anyway, but notwithstanding, I'll send it. It's on my YouTube. I'll send the link. I'll send the link after this video.
Okay, thank you.
Is that all?
All right, then I'll ask my second if I have. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So the next person, Esther Solomon, please go ahead with your question.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Okay, my question is, how can one balance, like for me, for this and social media influence, how can I balance my studies and social media influence?
Type your question in the chat. I can't hear you. The network is not doing justice to your voice. Please type your question. Can you listen to me?
Okay, let me speak up.
Please
Yes,
type your question. Type your question in the chat.
Okay.
While you do that, I would love to take another person's question. Olubukola Akin, I can't see the many of your name. Please go ahead with your question. Olubukola, are you there? Do you have a question?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, I think for now, but probably before the end of the section, I should have my question ready.
All right, thank you. Uche, are you there? Do you have a question? Uche.
I'm here, man. No, not at all. Thank you.
Okay. Emmanuel Odewale, do you have a question?
Yes, ma. Good evening.
Good evening.
Ma.
Please go ahead with your question.
Yes, ma. Firstly, I will appreciate you for this privilege. I really appreciate it. Thank you, ma. And my question is, knowing that you are an expert in this field, like in the social media influencing niche, I don't know, I know you would have tried a lot of steps, techniques that has brought you this far. I don't know if you can highlight some points or some steps which you if you have to start again, you would like to avoid when going through this journey.
Okay, thank you. I started my, let me just tell you the story behind my brand story. I started this journey in 2015. In 2015, September 2015 to be precise. And what led to me starting all this social media, blah, 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 that I'm doing now? I had an appraiser. I worked then with Under Manufacturing in Ogun State, Ota, Ogun State. And I work with the finance manager in the finance division. So there was this time we had to do our appraisal, and I did my appraisal. And normally your manager is supposed to have a one-on-one meeting with you to discuss your appraisal results. Okay, this part you did not do well. What happened? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How can we help you as an organization? What are the things you need to improve your productivity and all that? So I had this meeting with my manager, and when it got to what are your strengths, I told her. What are your weaknesses? I told her. And one of my weaknesses then is that I'm very emotionally unstable. I'm very, very emotionally unstable. I have anger issues. So there was something that happened in the office before then. It was just a very ugly outburst of my emotion, and it was really messy. So my boss now referred to that incident that, okay, I think I remember something happened recently where you were so, like you were just going on and on and on. You were so emotionally unstable. There was this messy outburst of your anger. And it was a very ugly incident. So she said, how do you want to manage this part of you? You're a very smart lady. You're intelligent. In fact, I chose you during your interview because of your self-confidence. Your self-confidence is top-notch. But if care is not taken, this particular area of your life is going to ruin everything about you, good about you. You need to find a solution to it. And she said, what are you doing about this? And I said, I'm praying. She said, yes, you can pray. It's good to pray. But I also believe in you taking practical steps to address this issue. And that was how she recommended emotional intelligence for me. She now said, okay, if you have your time, please go online and get some emotional intelligence courses, training, books, and start reading them and start going through them. It will really help you a lot. And I said, yes, ma, thank you, ma. And that was how the journey started. So I went online, I started looking for emotional intelligence material. While I was doing that, one day while I was going home, I was in the staff bus, and I was listening to a radio program where they advertised on emotional intelligence training. I think it cost like 15,000 there. And I said, I think I need to attend this training. The name of the trainer is Lara Ikudaisi. I don't know if you know her. She was the trainer. So I paid for the event and I attended. I started the event and I started reading some of the materials we were given. I started getting some materials online too. And that was how I started this emotional intelligence journey or personal development journey. And by the time I finish, or let me say by the time I am done with that emotional intelligence part, I have seen a lot of changes in my life. The little things that get me angry no longer get me angry. I became a different person entirely. And that's why I tell you that there is a place for spirituality and there is a place for people taking practical steps, practical action to tackle practical things in their life. And that was just it. So I fell in love with emotional intelligence, and I said to myself, I need to tell a lot of people about this course. This thing has really changed my life. This thing has really given me a better life, you know, so to say. I need to teach more people about this because before then, I never heard about anything called emotional intelligence before in my life. My boss was the first person to introduce it to me. So I just said, I need to start teaching people about this emotional intelligence. That was how I came online. Before then, I've been using Facebook, but I normally just post pictures and just post random things. That was how I started posting about emotional intelligence. Do you know about this? Do you know this? I started educating people. I was just doing that. Unconsciously, I was just doing that. And people started calling me coach, coach, coach. I never even knew what was called coaching. I never even knew what it means to be a coach. That was 2015. So anytime I post something and people respond, they will say, thank you, coach. I will say, which one is coaching now? You know? So I was doing that. I was doing that. But at times, I really do not get enough results from what I'm doing. I really do not get enough motivation from what I'm doing. Like if I just post something, maybe 10 people will just reply, or 15 people, or 3 likes, or 2 comments, you know. So at the point I just got frustrated. I just, which one is this one? Somebody will be posting something. These people will not even reply. They will not even comment. So I got frustrated and I abandoned the thing. Plus, I also had some health challenges during that time. 2016, that was 2016 now. So 2016, I had some health challenges and the whole time I just said, I beg, just be doing your thing. I don't have time for all this nonsense. Like somebody will post something, they will not even comment and react. So I left it and I came to Cote d'Ivoire in 2017. When I came to Cote d'Ivoire, I had the urge because I have this message. I've learned a lot in that journey. I've learned a lot. My eyes are open to a lot. So I have this message in me that I want to spread. I want to share with the world. But when I now came to Cote d'Ivoire, it's not worsening my case because here in Cote d'Ivoire, they speak French. They don't speak English. So I was not like, how will I communicate? How will I, because before I even quitted in Nigeria then, I started going for physical events. I will tell people, I know about emotional intelligence, so come and call me. I'm a public speaker, you know. I started promoting myself. And before I left Nigeria, I think I got like 2 invitations. One in a church to come and speak to the youth, and another one, can't remember the other one, but I know another one in an event that was in Ogun State. That other one was in Lagos State. So I had 2 engagements before I left Nigeria. So when I now came here, I was not like, even if I don't want to use social media, I want to be doing my thing offline. Where is the environment? Because they speak French here, and I asked people around, I said, how long will it take me to be able to understand French to the level that I will be able to use it to speak, like communicate effectively and deliver a public presentation? They say, that one, they don't even know how long it will take me, or maybe 10 years I'll sit there. Because even the native speakers, they usually tell us that French is hard, that they enjoy speaking English. They enjoy speaking English more than French or something like that. Like, it's easy to speak English than it's easy to speak French. So they were like, that one, we don't even know. So I was really discouraged and I said, what will I do? And I don't want to go to this social media again because these people are not just engaging. Okay, let me write a book. And that was how I wrote a book. Now, this is the problem again. When I wrote a book, I wrote the book in English, of course. I can't sell English books to them here because they don't understand English here. They don't speak English. So I needed to sell the book. And I was forced to go back to social media to go and market the book. At least let me tell people I've written a book or they should come and buy. And that was when I now went back to social media again in 2018. So for 2016 and 2017, I wasn't really doing anything other than just posting my normal stuff. So I came back to social media in 2018, August 2018 to be precise. Not like I've not been using social media all those while, but I've not been promoting my brand. I didn't promote my brand between late 2016 and 2017. I just stopped. I was just posting my normal random pictures. So I now came back to social media intentionally this time around. I said, okay, I've written a book, Building Great Relationship. Please mute yourself. Everybody mute yourself, please. Somebody is making noise. Somebody is disturbing us. Who is that person? So I came to social media back in 2018 and I started marketing the book. And that was when I came across a particular coach. And when I came across, somebody shared our post and I saw it. And I'm coming, excuse me. Live. Okay. So I came back to social media in 2018 and I started marketing my book. So I came across the lady, somebody shared her post. I now went to her profile to check her out and I saw that, oh, this lady is value loaded. She really has a lot of value that I can get from. So I started following her. I started following her. I started attending a live event like this, clarity session like this. Most of the time she would do it in the night around 8, 9. I will not sleep. I will stay, start listening to her, write a lot of things down. So I started taking our paid courses and some other people's courses. And that was how, and I said, I think I want to do this thing. I think I really want to do, because I have now been able to understand so many things that I've not been doing right before. Okay, this is my post. This is why people are not engaging. I've not been doing enough live videos as well. But I've never done any live video before I met that lady. I've never done any live video. So, oh, I need to start doing live video. Oh, my content creation, this is how it looks like. This is what the title, the this, you know. And I started learning my profile. Then I used to change my display picture every two weeks or every day or anytime I like, you know. So I started learning a lot of things. Like, oh, this is why this is not happening. This is why, you know. And I started learning so much from her. And that was the turning point for me. So if there's anything I've made, if there's any mistake, okay, maybe I wouldn't call it mistake, because it's not like I saw anyone that I need to follow and I did not follow them. It was just that it happened at the appointed time. You know, it wasn't like I saw any trainer I did not attend, or I was just lackadaisical about it. No. So the turning point was when I met with someone. So what I would tell people is you need to learn. See, when you learn and when you allow people to hold your hand and take you through the journey, it makes your life easy. It makes the journey easy. My growth from 2018 to today is like, even me, at times the thing used to fear me, like, I think I have really tried. And it's because I get knowledge. I seek for knowledge. Of course, it's not, I can't say I have not failed in between. I've failed. So many times I've failed in between. I've published books that I'll print like 500 copies. I will not be able to sell it because I've not been doing some things right. So I think the first thing is seek knowledge. If you have the opportunity, if you are fortunate to meet with people who can hold your hand, seek knowledge. Knowledge is not cheap anyway. Knowledge is costly. It's going to cost you money. I know that's the part we don't want to hear. It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you time. It's going to cost you effort. It's going to cost you commitment. But sincerely, knowledge is the best. Getting knowledge is going to make your journey very fast and easy. You won't be doing trial and error. You'll be what someone has already done that they have already failed. They can easily tell you that this thing I did it, I failed. Oh, I've not been charging my laptop. I'm coming. Oh, let me quickly charge it. The same thing that happened last week. I'm coming, please. The thing just gave me sign now. It would have just go off. I'm coming. Let me check. Okay, it's charging now. So I think one of the mistakes that I made and I will not want to make again is doing trial and error. If you need to launch out for anything, get knowledge. Get knowledge. By all means, get knowledge. So that is just the little story behind my brand. That's just the little story behind my brand. Most of the time we think that knowledge is cheap. Ignorance is cheap. Oh, let me just try and go. Let me just go and do it. I'll get it. Let me just try it. At the end of the day, it is going to cost you more because you will waste a lot of money while you're trying to do trial and error. You're going to waste a lot of money. So why not just save your time, save your energy, save your money by going for knowledge? Knowledge is key in anything. So knowledge is not going to just save you from trial and error, wasting money. Knowledge is going to make you, it's going to position you as an expert in your niche or in your industry. See, people know when you don't know something. I've seen people like that. They will come back to me and say, somebody said he's a coach, and the person just put together some quotes, some quotable quotes, just put it together in PDF and just push it to them and just say, this is it, you are paid 1,000 naira, this is the material, go and be consuming it, go and be eating it. And you know, people, if you don't know, now you're trying to fake something, people know. So you can't fake anything. There's nothing like faking when it comes to knowledge. Is it that you know it or you don't know it? It's very simple. It's as simple as that. Is it that it is a black or a white? There's nothing in between. So knowledge is key. In anything, get knowledge. If you have the opportunity, they are so fortunate enough. So people don't have the opportunity to know other things before they launch out. But if you have the opportunity, get knowledge. So I hope that answers your question. We're going to be taking the next question from Afolabi. Please go ahead with your question. Afolabi, are you there? Please go ahead with your question.
Hello, I'm here. I don't have any question now. I joined the second session a bit late, so I'm just trying to catch up all that I've missed. So I don't have any question now.
Just question and answer. It's not, we've not discussed anything, just question and answer. Just people asking questions and I'm answering. Just like I told you earlier that we are going to have two sessions. One, I'll be speaking, while the other one, you will be asking your questions. So if you don't have any question, there is no problem. So, who is the next one? Who is the next person? Abiodun is raising his hand or her hand. Please go ahead with your question. Abiodun, are you there?
I'm not. Good evening. I'm not raising my hand.
Okay, you're not the one raising your hand. Okay, I thought I saw a sign that you're raising your hand. Okay, no problem then. Uche, are you there? Do you have a question? I don't know whether I've called you before. Okay, if I've not called you. Iebunandu, sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name well. Please go ahead with your question if you have any question.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, you're welcome.
In order to maintain consistency in building your brand, how can you identify content or topics that aligns with your niche?
I think the first thing is knowing. If you know your niche, then you will know what aligns with your niche now. My niche is branding. Does football and Chelsea, does it align with my niche? Answer.
Yes,
if you know your niche, you will know what aligns with it. Because the first thing is understanding. Because most times I tell people, create a niche around your area of interest, passion, and skill. We have so many areas you can, or so many things you can create a brand around. We have passion, we have talent, we have skills, we have experience, we have expertise, we have network and relationships, and we have values and beliefs, and all that. So, if you are able to identify, you say your niche is marriage, so you will not know what content to create around marriage. Are you kidding me? That one is not possible now. No one will figure that out for you. We have 1001 niche. So nobody will tell you this is what, you know your niche better than anybody, because before you settle down for that niche, you have a reason. I want to believe. You have your why. You have the reason why you want to choose this niche. I chose personal development because I love to teach people how to become a better version of themselves. So there are so many things I can teach people around that area. So I mentioned in the first class that we have like over 35 or 40 areas in personal development. I chose just 4 that I really know that, okay, this 4 is very important to almost everybody, and everybody would need it. So I chose public speaking, personality development, self-series, and emotional intelligence. Those are the 4 areas. So if you come and ask me anything about communication, anything about parenting and family, come and ask me anything about leadership, come and ask me anything about anger and stress management, I don't know. I don't have an answer to it because they are not my niche. Or you come and ask me about anything about relationship and marriage, you come and ask me about career development, you come and ask me about what else, critical thinking and decision making, strategic. I don't know anything about them because they are not my niche. I only go for something I'm passionate about. So that question, You are the one that will answer that question by yourself. Nobody that can ask it for you. Look at your niche. Look at the things happening in your niche. Look at the pressing issues. Look at the things you can use to educate them. You can use to inspire them. Look at the things you can use to inform them in your niche. And with that, you will be able to come up with content in your niche. And I think content creation is also a skill that everybody needs. It's a skill that everybody needs. So in content creation, they're going to teach you how to source for content. How to source for content. We have like almost 10 sources of content. Or let me say 10 ways in which you can generate content ideas in your niche. So that one is another thing entirely. So content creation is a skill, and everybody should get that skill. If you are planning to build a brand, or if you are trying to build a brand, you need. How can one discover his niche? I think I've answered that question. There are 7 ways to discover your niche. You can use your talents, your skill, your expertise, your knowledge, your experience, your beliefs and values, and your network and relationship. I will not be able to go into details of that, but those are the 7 things you can use to build a niche, or you can use to create a niche for yourself. So somebody asked one question. Here. As a growing youth, is it possible to keep on involving in different areas of personal development until I find my niche? That question, I'm still looking at how I will answer that question. Personal development has nothing to do with your niche. I think that's where you're getting it wrong. I'm not sure this person joined us for the first session. Did you join us for this first? Who is answering? Esther Solomon, you're the one answering this question. Personal development has nothing to do with niche. It has nothing to do with niche. Personal development is for your personal growth. That has nothing to do with any niche. Niche or no niche, that one is branding. That one is different. When you want to develop yourself personally, you're developing yourself, for your own benefits, not because you want to create any niche out of it. If you have emotional intelligence skill, you're using it for yourself, for your own benefits. To make better decisions as a career person, to make better decisions in marriage, in business, to be a better person, to be able to handle your emotion and manage it. If you know your personality, you know it for yourself. You are not building any niche. So there's nothing like building a niche from personal development. There's nothing like that. Personal development is personal. Something you need for yourself, not for anybody. But as time goes on, if you now think, okay, I think I really love this thing, I want to teach other people about it, then you can go ahead and take some advanced courses on it. And, just like me, I started with emotional intelligence, and today I'm doing 4 major areas in personal development. So if as time goes on, you now think, okay, I think I want to talk to people about this, I want to teach more people, I want to tell them more about this area, then you can go ahead. But niche or personal development, they are not related. How can I balance my studies and social media influence? Prioritize time management. Time management is a skill. You need to learn it. Go and take courses on time management. The same way you are trying to balance your studies with your social media influence, I'm also trying to balance my work as an employee, as a wife, as a mother, as a business owner, as a social media influencer. I'm even doing more than you. I'm doing 5 things, and I'm trying to balance everything. Even as a Christian, I went to church this evening for choir rehearsal, and yes, I'm a choir member. So spirituality, family, business, career, social media, everything. Like when I posted the video on my WhatsApp today, people were like, you are a choir. I said, yes. No. I posted some of the songs that we sang in our choir rehearsal. They were like, you still go to church? I said, yes. No. How will I not go to church? You still do choir? I said, yes, I do choir now. Why would I not do choir? Why would I not sing? Why would I not be a choir member? It doesn't affect the fact that I am doing so many things does not mean I should not have time for God. So it's just about you. Nobody can teach you how to balance that. You are the one that will create the balance yourself. If I can balance 6 or 7 or 5 things together, why will you not be able to balance just studies and social media influence? You are not even married, you don't even have children. This past week now, I've been doing revision. Today, this morning, I still did revision. Because my children are doing their third term exam. I have to revise with them. I have to be bringing their books one by one. Oh yeah, this one. Oh yeah, what did you read? In fact, my youngest daughter will not agree. Every minute, my mommy, should I come now? She will not agree. She want me to do revision because she said she used to enjoy the way I used to do revision. I don't know whether I put sugar in my mouth. I don't even know. She said she enjoys it whenever I do revision for her. So she always come around. This morning now, she packed all the books she's having next week. She pack everything, come and bring to me. I said, my mom, oh yeah, come and be doing revision with me. I said, which kind of wahala be this now? What class is she? She's in primary 2. They will not allow me to rest for revision. So last week I was busy revising with my children because they have exams. So it's not easy, but we have to find a balance. Priority. You need to prioritize. You need to prioritize. You need to be able to manage your time. You need to be able to manage your time. So I think there's no question. For people who are just joining, I think someone just joined us. Okay. Afolashade Ogun, I can't see your. Do you have a question? So if there is no question, we can call it today because, like I told you, I'm a choir member. I'm still going to church tomorrow. By 6, I must leave my house so that I can get to church by 7. I need to go and rest. I've done series of training today in between, but God is helping us. God is helping us. So if there is no other question, I think it's a safe. Okay, Facebook people. Who is speaking?
Hello.
Okay.
Yes. Good evening. Yes, you asked me earlier if I had a question, and I said probably for the end of the section. Yeah, so I won't say it's really a question. So personally, for me, I've been on this personal development process, like personally developing myself in all areas, trying to change some things and some norms. And I think in the process of this personal development, I think it is required that everyone should have a mentor, like in different areas, like someone you want to look up to, someone you can easily access to ask questions and all of that. So when I think it's kind of difficult getting it's difficult reaching out to people that are willing to be your mentor in different areas, probably because you don't know them physically, you're just meeting them online, and you cannot really believe what is online compared to their personal life and all of that. They might be struggling with other things personally, which is not online. So I would like to ask that, how do I kind of know the right person to follow as a mentor, or how do I know which fits to mentor me? How do I get a mentor?
Okay, thank you. That's a very good question. I did a live video of maybe 1 hour on this particular question you asked, but I'll try to summarize it as much as I can. There are differences between a mentor, a role model, a coach, and a trainer. And I'm going to explain. Most of the time, the people we call mentor are not actually mentor. They are like role model. Role model are people you look up to, people you like their work, you like what they do, you like their lifestyle, the way they portray themselves online, blah, blah, blah. And you really want them to hold your hands. You want to be accessible to them. You want them to be accessible to you and all of that. So these are role models. Then we have mentor. Mentor is a more intimate journey. A more intimate journey in the sense that you can access that person, just like you said, anytime, any day. They know you, you know them. A lot of people, the people you call your role model, you call your mentor, they don't even know you. because they are just role model to you. They are just watching you from afar. You're just watching them from afar. They don't have any relationship with you. So the difference between a role model and a mentor is a mentor is more closer than a role model. A mentor has a personal relationship with you. A role model is just somebody you admire from afar. You like their work and you just follow them, just engage with their posts and all of that. A coach is someone that help you when you know something you want to do, but you don't know how to do it. So a coach will put you through and say, you do it like this. So they have different responsibilities. They have different roles. We also have accountability partner. Accountability partner can be anybody, can be your friend, can be your parents, can be your spouse. Accountability partner is just somebody that holds you accountable. Like, Uche, I want to write a book this year. I want to write a book. Please, you will help me. You'll be reminding me, please. In fact, your children can even be your accountability partner. If you make children accountability partner, you will regret your life. Come and make my children accountability partner. They will remind you till Jesus come. My mommy, you said you want to. My mom, by then they finish you. Even you will not know when you will go and do that thing because they will remind you. Even you will be tired. You'll be like, what is this now? Am I not the one that said you should remind me? You know. So anybody can be your accountability partner. Accountability partner is just someone who reminds you, who holds you accountable to do something that you have told them you want to do. So anybody can be your accountability partner. And you can also use accountability partner if you want to stop a bad habit. So for instance, some people pick their nose and they go to the public and be picking nose. You know, all those bad habits. Some people chew their fingers, their nails. You know, all these small bad and not so good habits. So if you want to stop all those kind of things, some people play with their navel and all those sorts. Some people suck their tongue and all these funny things that are not really good in the public. So if you want to stop that kind of bad behavior, you can get an accountability partner and say, you know what, anytime I'm doing this thing, just hit me very hard. Or anytime I'm doing this thing, I will call you or you call me, just find a way around it. Then you'll see that you will really stop it. You will really, really stop it. I can assure you of that. So now back to your question. There are so many things that has to do with mentoring. Because I see a lot of people go into all these people's inbox and say, come and be, in fact, I receive that kind of message almost every day. Come and be my mentor. Come and be. I just ignore it. Because mentorship is deep. Mentorship is detailed. Mentorship is intimate. Now, when you want someone to be your mentor, the first mistake that a lot of people make is that they don't find their way to access them. They don't get access. Getting access, when I say getting access, doesn't mean that you should go and send a DM to someone. That's not access. You need to be able to establish an access first. That's the first thing. See, even if you tell somebody, hey, come and be my mentor and write it in their, they will just delete the thing or block you. Now, before I go into that, you ask the question that how do you know the right mentor for yourself? Now, the thing is, you will not, it's only the thing that you would see online that you use to judge. Since you are not witch, you are not a wizard. You understand? You are not a witch, you are not a wizard. So it's only the things that you see online that you use to judge. But what I advise people is that before you make somebody your mentor, get access them. By the time you assess them, you will know a bit of their personality, you know a bit of their person, who they are. So at that point, you cannot decide whether you still want them to be your mentor or not. But the first thing is get access. A lot of us, you want to jump from a stranger, just jump to become a mentee. No, there is a bridge between being a stranger and a mentee, and that is what we call access. Now, that's number one. Number two is that you might not get a complete package of what you want in a mentor. For instance, we have mentorship. We have normally mentorship should be encompassing. Like mentorship is like a life coaching. When it's a life has to do with your finances, your career, your business, your marriage, your personal life, everything about you. So someone that you call your mentor should be able to walk you through all those areas effectively, amazingly, and there won't be any problem. But unfortunately, we do not have a perfect life. Nobody has a perfect life. You don't have a perfect life. I don't have a perfect life. Nobody has a perfect life. There will be a bend somewhere. It's just like you say, Bukwan, Woshika should come and to come and mentor you on some things. She might not really be able to do well, but talk about come and mentor me on marriage, maybe marriage, yes, because she has been in marriage for a lot of years. Or come and mentor me in career or in business. She will be able to do well. But if you are talking about probably come and mentor me about emotional stability or mental health or violence, she might not be able to do that if she's not experienced in that area. So what I tell people is that you might not get a complete package in a person. So you can have 2 mentors, you can have 3 mentors. You can just say, okay, this person, I want it to just mentor me on business and career. This person is my marriage mentor. I want this person to just mentor me on how to have a successful marriage. This person, I just want him to mentor me on how to be a good parent, on parenting, successful parenting. So you can have 3 mentors, you can have 2 mentors for different purposes. So I think that settles that. Now let me go back to this access I'm talking about. You need to be able to assess people before you now start talking about mentor me or no mentor me. And some of the ways you can get access to people, I will mention some of them. Number 1, buy their products and services. Buy their products and services. When you buy people's products and services, you have collected the key to access them. So if you come and meet me now and say, good afternoon, ma, my name is so, I bought this book of yours, this book, and I read it, I was so blessed. I will give you more listening here. Hey, well done, ma. You're really doing a good job. The book has really blessed me. I've even given some of my my team members at work or some of my church members, even if they're not giving anybody, they will listen to you. But you just come and mentor me. Who are you? Do I know you? No, I don't know you. And it's even risky for you to just approach people because you've seen them online doing fantastic. Some of them are not as fantastic as you think. Some of them have issues. Some of them don't even know anything they put themselves to have known. So I think when you have access to people, it will even give you an opportunity to know them more, to know if they are actually fit to be your mentor. So if you buy somebody's book now, somebody's book is like by the time you read somebody's book, you should be able to pick their personality from that book. You should be, except you are not smart and intelligent. If I write a book, that means I'm writing from the bottom of my heart. I'm writing about even if I'm not writing about myself, there's a way my personality will reflect in that book. My style of writing, everything I say, examples I give, you will know the kind of person I am. But if you don't have access to me, how will you know? If they have written books, buy. If they are selling anything, buy. With all that, you can use it to access them. They will give you a listening here when you approach them. Another thing is you can also target them when they are going to be speaking at an online event or offline event. So by the time when you are approaching someone to be a mentor, you want to access somebody, you must have a key in your hands. It's important. A key that you want to use to open the door. Oh, good afternoon, ma. I was at this so event that you had a few days ago, and I was really blessed. I was inspired by your story. I love the way I love your presentation. I love the way you shared some stories, some jokes. It was so enlightening. It was so inspiring. It was so entertaining. We had fun. We laughed. We learned. And oh wow, really? Because they want to be sure that you know them. They want to be sure that you like them. They want to be sure that you have an idea of who they are before you approach them. So that's another thing. If they have organized any events, make sure you attend. When you attend, you have access to them. But I've even seen some people that they go to some events basically because they want to meet some particular set of people. Like Ibukwa Washika has been something. She's someone I really admire. If I am in Nigeria, or even I hear that she's coming to Cote d'Ivoire today, I will be there. Even if it is just to say hi to her, even if the thing they are saying there is not my concern, I will be there. Just to say hi, good afternoon, ma. I've been your follower, I've been your fan, I really enjoy your work. Well done, ma. I really want to commend you on all the good, just say something. I bought this your book, I've watched this your video. In this video, you said within 1 minute, they will start liking you that, oh, really? And with that, you can establish a relationship. So when next I'm sending an email to Ibukwa Washika, I'm saying, good afternoon, ma. My name is Omoba Biriade Loshideko. I was the one you met a so event in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire 3 days ago. I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to meet with you, to talk to you for a few minutes. I was so privileged. God bless you, man. You have a wonderful day. Pim, you have access already. By the time she hears that, oh, you were the one that I met in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire recently. Oh, she'll be like, oh, that lady, oh, I know her. But you are just coming from anywhere. You just send mail. Good afternoon, ma. Come and be my mentor. You know, I have actually done it before when I was still there at that level. So I understand that so many people don't know how all these things work. And that is why you are here. You are privileged to be at this session today to learn a lot. In fact, some people will even go to the event with an hamper, like some beverages, some fresh fruits. They just wrap it. I brought this for you as a token. You know, they will be happy. And inside that hamper, you just drop a note or a card, a small card. Thank you, card. Thank you, ma, for everything you've done. You put your name. You sign, you put your, even if you put your phone number, they will send message to you and say, oh, thank you for that hamper or something. So see, access is not cheap. Oh. Access is not cheap. If you need to access someone, it's not as cheap as we just go and send one common DM. It will be there for donkey years. Nobody will reply to that DM. Nobody. So your head, if you really need to access somebody, you need to start thinking about how can I access these people? Another thing is, if for instance, a coach, you can pay for their classes. By the time you pay for their classes or you attend some of their free classes, you have an idea. You have access to them, especially if it's a paid class. It gives you more access to them than a free class. Somebody came to me recently and she said, oh, I want to do this. I want to start this. I have this passion for this, blah, blah, blah. Come and be my, after she finished, she goes, come and be my mentor. I said, I don't mentor people like that. I don't mentor people like that. Before I can mentor you, before I can agree to say, you are my mentor, or you are my mentee, you must attend my class. Because most of these people, they are busy people. They just have a very short attention span. They have a very short attention span. And they don't want anybody that will come and waste their time. So I want someone that already understands me, that already understands a lot of things about me. When I'm saying content creation, you're not saying, which one is content creation? You already know what is content creation. When I'm saying niche, when I'm saying this, you already understand. You know a lot already. So it's easy for me to pick you up from that level and say, okay, I want to mentor you. It will be easy for me at that level. But you are just coming. It's like I want to be doing one-on-one coaching for you every day. Every day you come. Every day you come and ask me a question, and I say, please, I just want to ask, what's the difference between personal development and personality development? I'll not sit down and be explaining all that to you. No, that's not the job of a mentor. Some of you just come with all sorts of questions, all sorts of nonsense and silly questions. The things you can read on Google. You come and be asking your mentor. No, that's not what mentors do. Mentor guide you. You already know what you want to do. They just guide you and say, do it like this, do it like this. It's an action process. Mentorship is not a learning process per se, that somebody will not sit you down like a baby and be teaching you, this is what personal development is. This is the difference between personal development and personal. No, nobody has such time. What mentorship is for is, I want to do this project. I've done this, I've done this, I don't do. I just said I should tell you. Probably you can just give me some guidelines or some tips that can help me. That is what mentorship is all about. It's not like you're coming afresh. You don't even know what you want to do. You don't even understand your ABC. You don't know your vision, your mission. You don't even have a purpose. And you're just coming, come and mentor me. So it's a lot of people need to do their own work, because mentorship is not what it used to be in those days. Mentorship is now like restricted, sort of, because people who are supposed to mentor you, they are busy people. They are busy business owners. They are busy career persons. They are busy parents. They have children. They have things they need to attend to. So they don't have time to sit with you and be doing ABCD with you. No. There are so many things you need to figure out on your own that you cannot bring to them and say, okay, man, I have done this and this and this and this. I just want you to, help me with this and this. And they say, oh, fantastic. You've really done well. You can do it this way, this way, this way, this way, and this, and you get this result. It's not somebody who will come and say, well, please, man, what is content creation? That's a very silly one. I've seen a lot of people come to me and they ask all sorts of silly questions. Like all sorts of silly questions that can make you block them. Like somebody that was asking me one day, who is your coach? Who coach you? I said, it's really funny the way people go about all these things these days. Access is not cheap. So you really need to be prepared if you want to access all these people that are really important that you want them to mentor you. So I hope that answers your question. And there are people that organize mentorship, paid mentorship sessions. Paid mentorship session. The problem is that some of you don't want to pay. They organize paid mentorship sessions and they will walk you through. Because you've paid them, they are obliged to serve you. So they walk you through the process, but it's not like ABCD process, but they will really take their time to walk you through. But if you have not paid someone, there's limited access you have to them. There's limited access you have to them. And there are limited things you can ask them. So that is just that about that. Who has a question? We want to call it a day. We have just 4 minutes more. If you have a question, please let me have your question. If not, we'll call it a day. 1 minute more. So Facebook people, so people are watching me on Facebook. If you have a question, just unmute yourself and go ahead. Just unmute yourself. So Facebook people, if you have a question, please you can drop it as well. I normally don't take questions from Facebook, but since we still have some minutes left. Okay, so in the absence of any question, I would like to say a very big thank you to every one of you joining this live session. And I hope you all got value. I hope you all got value. So I have three. I don't know if some of you saw the flyer for this clarity session. I don't know whether you saw the flyer, but if you didn't see the flyer, on the flyer I wrote that I'll give you 3 ebooks as bonus. However, you need to do something to be able to get that ebook. So you need to do something to be able to get that ebook, just like I said. And all you need to do is screenshot this live session as we are now, or maybe as I am. Maybe I'm the only one you're seeing, you're not seeing other people. So screenshot this live video. Once you screenshot it, on Monday or anytime you like, or maybe next week, it can be Saturdays, anytime you do it is when you get your ebook. So you will make a post. Please, this post is strictly LinkedIn, because last week some people went to do the post on Facebook. No, this is strictly LinkedIn. So you put you put a post on LinkedIn with the screenshots summarizing what you have learned. It doesn't have to be a epistle to the people of Rome. No, it doesn't have to be a epistle. So it can be as brief as anything. Few paragraphs, you're done. Just tell people what you learned from this session. And once you do that, please tag me. If you don't tag me, I won't see it. If I don't see it, you won't get your ebook. So once you tag me and you finish doing it, just come and tell me that you have done it and once you finish doing it, just send your email to me. Just send your email to me, private chat me. You can drop it on my LinkedIn DM or my WhatsApp DM. So just drop your email and I will forward the 3 ebooks to you. They are not much. They are not voluminous ebook. Maybe one is 2 pages. One is maybe 3 pages or 4 pages. I think the highest is like maybe 10 pages. So I have one. I have so many ebooks anyway, but I just chose to give you those 3. I have one that has like a summary of what personal development is all about and all the areas of personal development listed out. I have one. That one is like 2 pages or 3 pages. Then I have another one, how to be visible on Google. I just wrote that one last week Sunday. In fact, I wrote it because of the last session I had when people were asking me, how can I be visible on Google? That was part of the question people asked. So I wrote that one, how to become visible on Google. Then the third one is Profitable Passion. Profitable Passion is a book that will teach you how you can make money from your passion, how you can build a brand around your passion and monetize it. So those are the 3 books I have to give you. But if you don't do what I've instructed, you won't be able to access the book. So thank you everyone who have joined this live video. I hope you got value. And I hope we'll meet some other time. So I have different coaching programs I run in my academy. I have 2 academies. I have one PCD Academy, Personal and Career Development Academy. That's where I teach people about personal development. And just like I told you, I specialize on just 4 of them. I don't do Google, I don't do everything, no. I just specialize on 4, which are personality development, emotional intelligence, self-series, and public speaking. So those are the 4 things I teach there. And I have another academy called my Branding Academy. My PCD Academy started in 2018, December 2018. And my Branding Academy started in December 2019. December 2019. So we've been around for a while. So if for my Branding Academy, I teach people about branding. Those 3 types of branding I mentioned in the first session: personal branding, business branding, and corporate branding. So aside those 2, I also have a paid mentorship class. I also have a paid mentorship class, or should I call it class or session, a paid mentorship session, where I work with you one-on-one for 4 weeks. Every Saturday, one-on-one for 4 weeks. And the remaining 2 weeks, for 6 weeks, 4 weeks for clarity, for teaching, for coaching, for everything, for training. The remaining 2 weeks will be for your project. Whatever it is you want to do, I'll watch you do it, I'll guide you, I'll supervise you, I'll correct you, I'll help you get results. So those are the things I do. And if you're interested in any of my coaching program, let me know. If you're interested in any of my, in maybe my mentoring class, please let me know. Thank you once again for joining, and I will see you when I will see you. So for people who missed the first session, I'm going to send the link to the group. I'm going to send the link to the WhatsApp. I'm just worried that 63, is it 63 or 67 people registered and joined that WhatsApp group, and there's only maybe 8 people or 9 people that are here. That's really bad. A lot of people don't even know what they want. 2 hours free. Before you can see this type of thing, I don't know. For someone to dedicate their 2 hours to you for free, and you still did not show up, I really don't understand. A lot of people have a long way to go. They have a long way to go. This journey is not for the faint-hearted. Talking about influence, talking about career, talking about business, talking about building a brand. It's not for the faint-hearted. You need clarity. You need knowledge. Unfortunately, some people don't understand. All right, anyway, I wish them well. That's not my problem. So some people are just after 7 figures, how to make 7 figures and 6 figures. Since this training is not about how to make money, they will not be here. They want to learn how to make money. Unfortunately, they don't understand that if you don't have some of these skills, it's a no-no. Just like you're going for an interview and you don't understand what emotional intelligence is all about, and you don't understand how to answer emotional intelligence questions in interview, you have just shoot yourself in the leg. All you know is what is account, what is debit and credit. You have left that era long time ago. We don't move. You are the only one in that era. We have left. I did one interview in January, one internal position interview in my office in January. They asked me 5 questions. 1 is introduce yourself. Number 2 is 2 questions are technical questions relating to my expertise. And the other 2 are emotional intelligence questions. When this thing happened, what did you do? When this one, if this one happened, what can you do? What will you do? You know, and you're just looking like dummy. Everything you know is just what is account, what is law. Anyway, it is well. Enough said. Thank you, everyone. I will see you on the other side. Thank you, Facebook people. God bless you. Thank you, YouTube people. God bless you.